Good morning. How are you guys? Thank you so much for dropping in with me today. Come on in. Come on in. It's Friday. At least it's Friday in my world. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we touched on yesterday was about starting with ourselves and redesigning and really finding out where we are and where we want to be in our life and in our world. And I'll get to that in a second. But I wanted to share a story about manicures and marriage. I know, kind of weird, huh? I remember a time in my life where there was Calgon and Palmolive dish soap and beautifully coiffed ladies with fingernails already manicured to the hilt would be on the commercials with their fingers in some beautiful green dish soap, chatting away, relaxing in that beautiful world on TV. And I saw these ladies and I saw their nails and me with my chipped and broken and peeled, cuticles, and I would bite and bite. That must be the ticket. And so I too started trying to put my fingers in dish soap and soak and soak and soak and hope and think that I too was going to get the beautiful nails like the ladies on TV. My mom saw me one day and said, "What are you doing? Get your hands out of that dish soap." But that's what they do. Madge, it was Madge, the manicurist. She puts everybody's fingers in the. She says, "No, that's TV. Okay, dish soap is bad. It's drying. But there's this, conditions." She says, "Don't believe everything you see on TV. All right, because it's not real, and that stuff is bad for your nails. So don't do that. But you can now go. You can go do some dishes. Don't waste the dish soap. Go do some dishes. Lucky me." Um, but what didn't happen? Okay, so I got good advice from mom. Thank you, mom. I didn't dry them, and thank you. I know how to clean dishes very well these days. But what I didn't get is no one looked deeper. I didn't know to look deeper. I was just a kid. Why? What was creating me to peel at my cuticles and bite my nails so that they were down and bleeding and stuff like that? No one thought to look at the underlying reason that I wanted that fancy manicure like the TV. Okay. And light years ahead, I definitely know that that's not the way to have a positive manicure. Light years ahead, I also know that when someone is having symptoms, when we're expressing something or there's evidence, yes, we want to look at what's going on deep and underneath. And so if someone's showing up, in my coaching sessions and they're dissatisfied and they're angry or they're disconnected, and their spouse is really not involved, or they're so involved that it's angry and eggshell moments. We don't look for the quick fix, okay? And we don't have to wait in this particular case for the manicurist, or we don't have to wait for both of us to show up to realize there's a problem. We don't have to do that. It really does start with us. Because if someone had been around in my world, we might have sat down and said, what's going on for you, Liz? Why are you, picking on your nails and biting them? What's making you anxious? What are you worried about? Was there something wrong with your skin or an allergy or something like that? And that's sort of what we do. That's not sort of. That's really what we need to do to get to a place in our lives where something doesn't feel right. Maybe we're upset, we're angry, we're focused on them, we're dissatisfied, we're finding that we're having more fun with our friends online. Um, we're spending as much time away from them, away from the house, where at times maybe we'd just like to just walk out the front door, shut the door very quietly behind us, you know, no forwarding address at the moment, type of thing. And I'm encouraging you. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, later on today, but I'm really encouraging you to settle in and start to absorb the concept that we can make huge changes in ourselves. We can make huge changes in our relationships, in our marriages, who we choose, how we interact, if we stop looking outside of us, right? And it's really easy to get caught up in looking outside of us and looking for the quick fix or them. It's really easy to stay out there blaming them for not showing up or coming or whatever it might be. But I really just sit with this for today and recognize that we don't need to wait for anyone else. We don't need to wait for the perfect time or them to come in and go, hey, I'm sorry, I screwed up. Okay? It starts with us, and we can make huge steps and recognizing how we show up, how we contribute, what is really going on underneath. Right? So get your homework, have some coffee or tea or wine or whatever the time period you see this, and just absorb that for a few minutes. Don't do anything, just think about it. And listen, what would your world look like if you woke up or you sat up and said, things are different and it starts with me? What it would look like? What are you capable of? What is your world capable of shifting to? Okay. Got to pop off, but I just wanted you to take a little walk in my past with Palmolive dish soap, manicures, and marriage. All right, take care. Bye.